If you haven't heard already, October 1st is the new January 1st. We're entering the winter arc, and instead of hibernating, we're gonna get ahead of everyone else. And if you're watching past October 1st, don't worry, because you're still gonna get ahead of those who are waiting until January to lock in. When we think of Q4, we think of pumpkin spice latte, warm clothes, cozy reading by the chimney, and instead of improving your productivity, you start leaning towards hibernation mode and throw in the garbage any discipline you had over the year. And then you tell yourself, well, I guess I'll just wait until January and start all over again. But let me ask you, how many times have you already started over this year? So this winter, you're gonna improve your productivity without letting discipline overwhelm you and become the best version of yourself by spring. So when New Year starts, you're gonna be loving your new routine while the others are just getting started. And I actually did this a couple years ago when I started my YouTube channel, and this helped me monetize it by the end of the year. So trust me when I tell you that once you lock in, you have no ideas how much change can happen by the end of the year. And I think the fact that I started early instead of riding the New Year wave is what helps me stick with it. Because I wasn't relying on any hype, I was only purely relying on me. While everyone was hibernating, I was working hard. So in this video, I'm gonna share how to enter your winter arc, becomes the best version of yourself, and achieve all your goals earlier than everyone else. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Sabrina. I make videos where we discuss all sorts of things, travel, lifestyles, and also how to become the best version of yourself. I've quit my job nearly a year ago now to pursue my dream career, left the country that I've lived in for 10 years, moved back home to live with my parents, and started completely over again with my cat Natsu. And I've learned a lot of things along the way. So if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting? Let's be friends, click the button, and let's get into the video. First thing you're gonna need is a list of rules that you're gonna stick to for the next 3 months. I don't need you to overwhelm yourself with hundreds of rules. Here I was trying to establish the foundation that's gonna help you stick with the challenge. So you can pick 3 to 5 solid ones that you are 100% sure that you're going to follow no matter what. I used to make this insane long list of everything I wanted to achieve within one day, and then I'll burn out by the end of the week and give up of everything that I've ever tried. But the reality is we are not robots, so let's start small. And once we feel comfortable with what we've already established, then you can increase the numbers of rules. So for example, these are 5 rules I'm going to follow for this season. Move my body every single day, no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's a workout, a 10 minutes walk, a bike ride, but just moving my body is going to be good because once I do it, I'll know I'll feel much better. 2, prioritizing my protein in my eating diet. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely fell off my fitness routine this year, and I've been kind of slacking here between moving across 2 different continents and then right after traveling for 6 months straight. My diet has been all over the place. I have been neglecting working out, so I want to get back on that. And what I'm gonna use to help me follow a healthier diet is by following the 80-20 rules, which is like 80% eating healthy and 20% treating yourself. Another thing that I really want to keep on establishing throughout my routine is reading daily. I already took the habits of waking up early just to give myself time to read, but I don't always follow through, so this is something that I want to continue. And I think the best way I can do it is by allowing myself to read a certain number of pages per day. Sometimes I will read like 5 chapters and I will forget I have to keep on with my day and I have to do other things. So I think here I need to establish strict rules, which are going to be at least finish 1 to 2 chapters every morning. The reason why I want to implement this into my routine is that there is this say that says, tell me how your morning looks like and I'll tell you how the rest of your day will go. Posting consistently is also something that I really want to work on. I don't know why I stopped, because I was having such a great momentum, but then I got sick of it. So my goal is to post 1 to 2 times a week, whether it's stories, carousel, or short form. Here I don't want to overwhelm myself, but I still want to maintain a presence online. So go ahead and give me a follow there. And lastly, I want to limit my screen time. Limiting my screen time is going to be tough because I'm literally staring at screen all day. I used to be okay with it, but since COVID, I became so addicted to screen and waste so much time on it that I feel like even if I put do not disturb mode, it doesn't do anything for me. Thankfully, I found this app, and I'll put it right here, that helps me limit my time on apps and helps me focus when I need to. Now that you have established your rules, the next thing I want you to do is find your mission statement. I know I might sound like a corporate girly, but hear me out. The reason why I want you to create a mission statement is because when you look at the big companies like L'Oreal, Nike, McDonald's, they all have one for their employees, and study has shown that having a mission statement will help you get more motivated and organize yourself better. And try to be as specific as possible, because we all heard I'm going to be the best productive person ever, but the specificity of your statement is what is going to make your statement true to yourself. So for example, you can be like, for the next 90 days, I'm going to become the most productive and best version of myself. By working out 10 minutes a day, reading 10 pages, and eating healthy, I will show up for me every single day. Once it's done, write it on your phone or even down below so we can comment on each other's mission statement and support each other. Next, you're going to create an action board. Probably already know what a vision board is. It's like a bunch of collage images, quotes that represent your dream goals and your desires. A vision board is meant to inspire you, to keep you focused by visualizing how it could look like if you achieve your dream goals. So here the action board is slightly different, because in here we're going to be more specific by focusing on visualizing the action and the step to achieve your goals. So an action board can include tasks, deadlines, more focus on the how rather than the what. And your action board can be a post-it, could be a note, could be a wallpaper. I'm gonna leave here example of what I'm talking about, but these action boards are going to be your roadmap for the next 90 days. So what if I tell you there was a step-by-step challenge that would walk you through exactly what you need to do for the next 3 months to level up? Well, I made one. I actually created a free challenge on my Patreon for those who needs that extra support to make sure they lock in until the end of the year. It's going to teach you step-by-step how to not enter the hibernation mode and become the best version of yourself. And the great thing about it is that you will be part of a community and be there for each other. So see this as a safe space to yap, ask for advice, and find people that will root for you. If you're looking for an accountable body, this is the place where you're gonna find it. So if you want to take actions for your goals and see the transformation to become your best self, I'll leave the link in the description below so you can join the challenge too. The next thing we're going to do during this challenge is track your habits. What I love about habit tracking is the satisfaction that you get when you tick off a task that you have done. I personally make little boxes next to everything I need to do, and I love the satisfaction of having to tick it off and be done with it. Making a habit tracker, it's a great way to evaluate how much you can get done in your daily routine by having this visual for yourself. It will help you get motivated and build up consistency. I personally love writing down my habits every night, and I will do this every day until I completely establish the routine and feel like I don't need to write it anymore. And then once it's fully established, this is where you can add up other routines, because now it becomes automatic. For example, it can be working out 20 minutes each day, reading 10 pages, meditating, sleeping 8 hours a day, eating healthy, drinking more water. And once you've completed that habit, you can take it off. If you happen to miss a day, don't be so hard on yourself. The goal is not to drive for perfection, but really to embrace the progress and keep going. Let's be real for a second. Starting the challenge during the cold season is gonna be hard, because when it's getting cold, it's getting much darker. Waking up early gets harder and harder every day. Like, some people even call winter season the depression season. I think it's real. But this is also why I want you to embrace the discomfort. I believe that putting yourself in a position of discomfort is also what can help you grow. We would rather procrastinate than be productive. So here we want to trick our brain and not get influenced by the cold that will push you to want to procrastinate and not rot all winter. What can also help you with this challenge is to create your safe space. I'm not gonna Marie Kondo you, like you have to clean your apartment, everything has to be super clean for you to have a clearer mind and declutter everything. No, I don't want you to declutter your entire house just to feel like you're ready for it. But if you create in your house a corner that you can consider as your safe space, that's already like a great start. That could be having your desk constantly clear and clean, or it could be a reading corner, or it could be your kitchen aisle to help you maintain healthy eating habits and really make it cozy and comfortable for you. It has to be a safe space, so you can have a book book, candles, or even like a gaming console waiting for you. My Kindle is next to my bed instead of my phone because this is where I want to read my book. I want to feel all tucked in, dim lights, and start reading. And the fact that I just did this little change by switching my Kindle instead of my phone next to my bed encourages me to read first thing in the morning. Which come to my next point, which is have a morning and night routine that helps you set up the tone for each day. If you're going in every morning and every night with no routine, taking each day as it comes, waking up each day doom scrolling and not knowing what to do before heading out, well, we're gonna need to change that. And let's be clear, I'm not asking you to have a million things to do every morning and every night, but more to allocate things that could help you maintain your habits. It could be no coffee until you get to work. It could be doing your red light mask therapy every morning. It could be reading every morning. It could be also no screen after 10 p.m. each night, drinking warm lemon water when you wake up every morning, or also like going for a digestive walk after dinner before going to bed. Find a morning and night routine that helps you fuel your daily routine by starting great every morning, but also learning how to wind down to get that 8-hour sleep that we all need. Speaking of energy, this next 3 months are not going to be easy, so try to save your energy as much as you can. And here, stop giving your energy to people who are going to drain you and keep it for yourself instead. Your energy is so limited, so when you spend it on others, you don't realize how much it drains you and it keeps you away from doing all you want to do. Another great way to save your energy and showing up for yourself is by fueling your energy with good food. And in here, replace those sugary breakfasts with savory high protein, and you will see how much satiated you will feel after it, because study has shown that eating savory breakfast will satiate you way longer than having a sugary one, and you will avoid that sugary crush that you get after eating in the morning. What really helped me maintain healthy habits is by prioritizing first the proteins, and once I secure that, I'll fill the rest of my plates with food and the nutrients that I need for my daily needs. Since I have switched those habits, my energy level is way better. Every time I was eating sugary breakfast in the morning, I will feel so tired, no energy, I don't want to do anything. And even the food that you put into yourself actually affects your mood. So I noticed that when I eat a lot of carbs, I will feel so sluggish and tired, and I would not be in the mood and not motivated of doing anything. So cut out those sugary meals and that sweet vanilla latte that you get every morning. I'm sorry. Save it in the afternoon as a treat for yourself. And if you struggle with eating healthy, keep in mind that 80-20 rules when eating. I personally follow it a lot, and it really helped me maintaining my healthy habits. If you are an overthinker and constantly doubting yourself, journaling can actually be great for you because it will help you declutter your mind. And here there are different ways of journaling. You can actually write daily affirmation over and over until it becomes true, or you can set up your intention of the day, then also reflect on that day. It really helps make you feel lighter, and you'll also be tracking your mindset's progress along the way. Now, as someone that is extremely sedentary since I left my job, this one is really important for me because that's what helps me make me feel 10 times better. And in here, I'm not talking about like hitting the gym, doing an hour workout. I'm really talking about just moving your body each day. It could be a workout, or it could be simply going on a 10 minutes walk. For me, it's hopping on the bike every morning and going for a bike ride just to clear my mind and relax. For this challenge, you're gonna practice a lot self-discipline, because 90 days is gonna be hard. You're gonna wanna give up, and you're gonna have to learn how to give yourself the tough love speech. And if you can give yourself that tough love, well, you can always come down here in the comments, because I'm sure you'll find somebody who will help you with that, or you can even join the 90-day challenge on my Patreon page. The reason why I want you to learn how to give yourself tough love is because by being resilient and being consistent, this is how you're going to be able to build results. You missed a day or you didn't follow through your goals, that's fine. Get over it and show up for yourself tomorrow. Nobody's perfect, life happens, but if you really want to get to your dream goals, keep going like the time on the clock. And you'll see that every day you'll have to make tiny decisions. Should I work out or should I stay in bed a little bit longer? Should I study or should I binge on Netflix? Should I clean or should I order that pizza? Whenever you're faced with a choice, ask yourself, what would the best version of myself yourself choose. And don't forget to celebrate the small wins, because we often focus on achieving those big goals that we forget that the small wins what helps us keep going, because they are the ones who will get you to the best version of yourself. These small wins are the ones that are gonna help you reinforce that discipline, so treat yourself. Every celebration counts, and it will keep you motivated, and it will also make this journey much more fun. Because if you do 1% of the job each day, you will be surprised of how much you would have accomplished by the end of the challenge. Even if you feel tired, even if the holidays are coming, it's gonna get colder and colder, the reward that you will get from locking in at the hardest time of the year will show how capable you are. If you are joining the challenge, let me know in the comments down below. Let's hype each other and hold each other accountable. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Patreon for more self-help content. I'll leave everything in the description. I hope this video helped you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!